So we are told law enforcement officials are on high alert today. This follows threats of another shutdown in parts of the country. As you will remember, thousands of people went on the rampage last month, causing violence and looting in Johannesburg, Pietermaritzburg and Durban. Government then said it wasn't prepared to handle the unrest. eNCA's Silindelo Masikane is in Johannesburg, monitoring developments there. She joins us now for an update. And Slee, it's one thing for us to be told that police are on high alert. That was our understanding throughout the time, including the time when South Africans were let down in a major way by their security forces. So why should we believe that they are on high alert this time around?
Well, I think the streets themselves speak volumes in terms of the preparedness of law enforcement this time around. To us, we know that in July it was quite an embarrassment and something that the police really did not want to have associated with them, with the fact that we saw that widespread looting, destruction of property, as well as vandalism that took place in KZN as well as in Gauteng. But today we're seeing a slightly and completely, I must say, different picture in terms of those scenes that we saw in July. It's business as usual. We know that law enforcement had received word on social media, rather, monitoring social media messaging around threats of a national shutdown today. But we've been to several hotspot areas here in the south of Johannesburg, and it seems as though it's business as usual. We're here at the Barra taxi rank, very busy, people going about their businesses, going to their various destinations. We were at the Maponya Mall earlier this morning as well, and we were at one of the hostels as well, speaking to the Ndunas around their support for law enforcement officials. But I'm joined by the Provincial Police Commissioner, Elias Mawela. It seems you guys have done quite a sterling job in terms of ensuring that the boots on the ground are visible and that we're not actually seeing some of those scenes playing out from July.
No, thank you very much. The day is still very young. Faceless people of Akatale, they can change as the day continues. All what I expect from my colleagues and all my ground forces is that we should not drop our guards. And we will continue. We have put systems in place. The ground forces, the networks, all those things, we have put them in place. And then we talk to them. And we are happy with what is happening up to this far. But the support of the community is what encourages me more. Leaders in the community, they are supportive, and then they also talk to their constituencies and so forth to say that, look here, we are all together in defending our country. So we are happy with what is happening in Gauteng this far.
How long is this operation going to last for?
It will continue as and when we receive intelligence. We'll continue to deploy and adapt our plans moving forward. Seated here, we are dealing with faceless people. They are spreading these rumors and whatever. We don't take anything for chance. Even if they can say to us, tomorrow they are going to do the shutdown, they'll find me on the ground with my forces.
All right, thank you so much. Tilasa, they are in the midst of this operation, and as you can see, they are now going to make their way from the south of Johannesburg towards the north. They're now going to head to Alexandra. You would remember some of those scenes there, very, very devastating, where we saw shops being looted continuously, and what we're seeing now is that the law enforcement convoy is going to move in towards that direction. And you would have heard the commissioner speaking about how they're engaging with community structures and community leadership around, speaking to those members on the ground, communities, encouraging them not to allow these what they call faceless people to ensue the violence that they want. And this convoy seemingly seems satisfied with the deployment. We know that over 5,000 law enforcement officials are on the ground today. Earlier on, my colleague and I, Joe Matlala, saw a fleet of helicopters, so there's also eyes in the sky. But I also want to bring in to us one of the community leaders that the police commissioner was talking about, Umam Zenzile. Ma, just introduce yourself and tell us exactly what it is you and your community policing forum have been doing to ensure that nothing happens here in Soweto.
Hello everybody, my name is Zenzile Shabalala. I'm the acting chairperson of CPF since it's Women's Month. I'm the deputy actually chairperson of CPF. Me and my community, you know, since we've heard that there is this rumors of that WhatsApp that has been running around that unrest ezayo, then we took it upon ourselves to make sure that we safeguard what belongs to us, because of one believes in that this is us. You know, after the first looting that happened here, we are the one that Sisafara as the immediate community of this place. So we've made sure, since from about Thursday on duty, still instructing, making sure everywhere, like it's everybody who is like me and you, OPTs are like taxi rank, you won't see who's who doing what. Till now we know who's who doing what. Then as the community, we make sure we take it upon ourselves to make sure we safeguard what belongs to us, because of majority of us, abantwana bethu, abantwana basemakhaya bagcina baphelelwa umsebenzi after the looting layer yenzakala, and yagcina otherwise indlala ibangulaga for everybody. And majority labantu laba balutile, most of them abasenazo lezi zinto bebayilutile. Yabona, it's a drawback for them. That is why they are planning to do this stupid thing again. For me, it is stupid because of nothing you'll gain after that, because of umntana abantu ebekade azisebenzela aziphushela impilo azikhulisela abantwana bakhe. When we am losing umsebenzi, the next thing after that umusha uyashisa. Like I was so pissed off mangibona one of the shops la eBara Princess la isha Fusion. I asked myself, okay, Balutile, why did they ban that Lontuzan, that shop? But like as a person, I also blame our police, because of I was here on the ground, that thing. I tried to call them up until the van that came, like van coming from Springs. Now you made there was nothing they can do, because of people were coming from all the directions of Ipara Taxi Locus and Ipara Prompla. We've got Ivan Koza Complex, we've got this Para Prompla and Shopamani, we've got Ipara Mall down the road here. Zonke Zibambela Road, and we've got more than enough shops now.
All right.
But as a community, we are all on the ground. We make sure we keep our place safe. Also safeguard we've got enough personnel that will keep the place safe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As you can hear, it's more of a group effort that's taking place here now on the streets. People realize the devastating effects of what happened in July, saying that it's those still on the ground who were affected, family members, loved ones who lost jobs after that looting, and they're saying that they're not going to allow this to happen again. And so community members, part of the policing forum here in Soweto, are on the ground. They've been here since 3 a.m. in the morning supporting law enforcement officials.
All right, thank you for that. That's eNCA's Silindelo Masikane out at the Para taxi rank in Soweto, tracking the activities of law enforcement officials in the wake of social media messages that have been circulating, that have been threatening another one of those days of what they call a national shutdown.